Peace, y'all. It's the Lord Head Cold World. I'm over here kicking it with the guy, Jay Wiggs. What's good, sir?
What's good, Brody?
I can't call it. As usual, just want to welcome everybody back to another episode of Brody Sports Talk. It's the Lord Head Cold World, the guy, Jay Wiggs, back for episode 20. We are 4 episodes away from the season finale. We're doing pretty good here. Episode 20, 44 episodes total. We're almost to 50.
Wow. Hold on.
That's
so
crazy.
are we gonna do the finale before the playoffs or after the playoffs?
So that's a good question, Wiggs. I think we might just extend the episode, the season to the end of the season. Yeah,
but we're 4 weeks to the end of the season. So
yeah, and then we'll kick off season 3 to start the playoffs and enter in the basketball season. But I mean, we're millionaires from the view standpoint here, Brodies. We got over 1 million views and counting. But we got to get to 500 subscribers. We've actually hit the 100 mark. So thanks for everybody out there for their support. We're at 100 subscribers, and we got 400 to go. So we're gonna be, counting down that. But you need to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and click on the bottom right-hand corner and tell a friend to tell a friend. But to go ahead and get started here, we're gonna kick things off here. Now, this season has been, filled with ups and downs. Highs and lows, and a bunch of surprising endings and start-offs and. Honestly, Wiggs, it's got me like, what the helly, man? Like, what the hell is going on in 2025 in the NFL, man? We got surprise teams, surprise players, and surprise moments. So just to kick things off, Wiggs, I mean, just from a surprise team standpoint, man, what are some teams that are like standing out for you as far as this year, as far as just like a surprise?
Let's go back to Thanksgiving, man. Happy holidays to everybody. We're in December, and everybody. Yep. Okay, you there with me? Okay, had a little freeze there. I got you. But okay, but yeah, no. Happy Thanksgiving. And who plays on Thanksgiving every year? The Cowboys and the Lions. And the Cowboys actually won their game this Thanksgiving, and they were playing the Chiefs and Mahomes. Like, this is not a game that the Cowboys typically win. So to me, that was a what the helly. That got the week started off crazy. And I want to give Dak Prescott credit because Dak is a good regular season quarterback. We talked about it in the offseason. When Dak Prescott plays, they're a 12-win team. Yep. They're not they're used to winning in the regular season with Dak Prescott. Their problems come in the playoffs.
This is true.
So we shouldn't be surprised. He was an MVP quarterback. Before we
MVP caliber.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, let's stay corrected on that one. He was not
chill. He ain't no MVP.
Hey, he wasn't an MVP. He was a candidate. But he was, one of the top 3, top 5 quarterback MVP candidates before he got injured. So to see him come back and have the success that he's having with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. Again, I'm gonna go back to Adam Peters. We could have got George Pickens, man. Why are we not in that conversation? George Pickens is going to the highest bidder. Did we even put a price in? So I don't
know. I think we're too busy focused on paying Terry McLaurin $30 million for 5 games this season.
Facts. So yeah, there's that. And then Jerry Jones. I got to give Jerry Jones credit. Him trading Micah Parsons, everybody laughed at him. Him paying Dak Prescott late. There are some things that he did wrong. He could have paid Dak Prescott earlier and got him for cheaper. Could have paid CeeDee Lamb earlier and got him for cheaper. They could have had, I think I said it last week, Rico Dowdle and Derrick Henry. Maybe those guys helped them. Maybe they don't. I do think they would have helped them. But the Cowboys are in a decent enough position right now as things stand. They're doing better than we thought. I thought they were an 8-win team. They're already at 7 wins with 4 weeks to go. I think they're going to get at least 9. That's going to get them close. But in the NFC, is it close enough? We'll talk about that later. That's called a tease, folks.
Hey, there you go, Wiggs. Yeah, I mean, just to piggyback on that, they're definitely a surprise. At this point, because the way they started, to your point, their defense was so bad, we didn't think they were going to be able to get to, more than 8 wins, but that is a surprise. Just to piggyback off that game, I mean, the Chiefs, I'm surprised, man. I mean, I understand sometimes there's a Super Bowl layover when you lose. A lot of times the Super Bowl losing team doesn't make the playoffs the following year. The Chiefs have been dominant this entire time.
They went to 3 straight. To
this rule. Yeah.
They were about to three-peat in football, which has never been done.
Yeah, but I think now just, with the rough start that they had, everybody being a year older, I don't know, man. I mean, they would basically have to win out to make the playoffs. So y'all see next week, whether we pick them or not. But I'm surprised at them right now. But you got any other teams that are standing out?
I think the Vikings. I'm very surprised that the Vikings gave up on Sam Darnold for JJ McCarthy, and the project is not working. Everybody talked about the coach. What's the Vikings name? I always forget the coach's name.
Mike
the
McDonald.
Vikings coach. Yeah, no, that's the Seahawks.
Kevin
the
O'Connell.
Vikings coach. Kevin O'Connell. That's right.
Yeah.
He's like a quarterback guru. He worked with Kirk Cousins. He worked with Sam Darnold, who they let go. Kirk Cousins, they let go, and they're going with JJ McCarthy. It's not working, and I'll give it time because he is in his rookie season because he was hurt all last year, even though he's a second-year quarterback. But to not spend too much time on the Vikings, let's talk about some other second-year quarterbacks. Bo Nix with the Broncos they won 9 straight, and Drake May with the Patriots has won 10 straight. I know you were talking about rookie quarterbacks. What do you think about those second-year quarterbacks winning 9 straight and 10 straight in the NFL? That's college. That's college numbers.
I think this season, I mean, if you throw Caleb Williams in the conversation as well with their 9 wins, it's clear that this draft class, the 2024 draft class, this is going to be possibly once in a lifetime generation quarterback class, just like I think it was like the 84 class with Marino and Jim Kelly. I think Darryl Green was in that draft as well. But Bo Nix, he's a solid quarterback. I mean, I'll take him if we didn't have 5.
He's like a Jalen Hurts. Bo Nix is like a Jalen Hurts. He's not going to do a lot in the passing game.
He's a winner.
Just be honest. He's a winner.
But
when you're winning in the NFL, it's because you have winners in college, but it doesn't always translate in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is a winner in the NFL. Bo Nix is a winner in the NFL, and that cannot be understated.
So, but here's the thing with this draft class, though. I think it's clear to see that these teams were stacked, and all they really needed was a quarterback to take it to the next level. Because all of these teams were trash the year before they got these quarterbacks. And it's also clear that 5 is on the worst roster out of all of them, but that's a whole other story. But I mean Drake May is, early, put it to you this way, Drake May right now is a front runner for league MVP. So what a difference a year makes. Caleb Williams. I mean, we closed the window on him a few episodes ago. But I mean, he kicked in the door like he was Biggie.
Oh man, the fingernail bandit. Okay,
not the fingernail bandit. That's a good one, Wiggs. But I mean, a lot of surprise teams. I mean, we've been calling this guy the B word for almost a year now, and he's sitting at 8 wins and about to win the AFC South, and that's Trevor Lawrence. So I'll humbly apologize, because Brian Thomas Jr. isn't doing anything. They lost Travis Hunter, and they're still able to pull off wins. Now we'll see.
They do have a really good defense, so I got to give them some credit.
They got a good defense, but we'll see how things go because, at the end of the season, these last few games are going to be mostly divisional games. So we'll definitely see how that rolls. But
and don't forget about the Chargers. Don't forget about the Chargers and Sherbert. They're 8-4 as well. So the B word is 8-4, and the Sherbert is 8-4.
Now the Sherbert broke his hand this week, so we'll see how if that plays a role or not as far as
not his throwing hand,
game
right?
Planning. Non-throwing hand, so I don't think it will be too much of an issue. But But yeah, man, I mean, we got a lot of surprise teams. We'll see how everything goes down when the smoke clears. So,
Cole, let me say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. We didn't say anything about him. We talked about Drake May. We talked about the right guy. I mean, the white guy. They might have picked the right guy. Mike Vrabel and the Patriots look really good. And Mike Vrabel's got the mustache. Yeah, yo, he's looking like a. I'm not gonna say what he's looking like, but he's got like a mustache. I know, man. He's looking like the white guy, bro.
He said he couldn't stand it. He just did it for his men's awareness drive for the cleats thing for last month. But I mean, the Patriots right now. I mean, yes, you can talk about their schedule being arguably the easiest. It is what it is, but the fact that they've not only beat the teams they were supposed to beat, they won the games that they were supposed to lose. Like they beat teams they were supposed to lose to, and they're doing it in convincing fashion, man. I mean, like Drake May is looking like the second coming of the 12 out here.
Okay, so do you take Drake May over Jaden Daniels? I got to say that quietly.
Wiggs, I can't get my hand to your face fast enough. Don't you ever insult 5 like that. I'll take 5 over anybody.
Do you take him over Caleb Williams?
This is the great thing about all of this, man. Like, I don't know, because like Caleb Williams has shown that he's shown resiliency. Like all his wins have been comeback wins, and they've won over like all the games they've won have been like 7 or 6 points or less. Drake May, like this dude they're blowing teams out. They blew them Bamas out last week. I mean, he's throwing darts, man. Like, so I think I'm gonna have to roll with Drake May over Caleb Williams just because of just the system they're in, man. He's in the same system Tom Brady was in.
Sheesh, man.
Literally same coordinator and all. So he's learning from the best.
That's that's a good point. And with Vrabel, so they know exactly what they know what the Belichick system. Yeah,
Vrabel's running the defense. Vrabel, he knows exactly what it takes to win a Super Bowl. So, I mean, Drake May arguably, now that everything in hindsight, he may be in the best situation out of all the quarterbacks from last year.
All right, now listen to these next 2 games, Go. The Patriots played the Bills and Josh Allen. What a test. What a game. Okay. And then they play the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Lamar is going through what people call a slump. Somebody called him out online, and Lamar said, say less. Somebody called him out and said, should we say Lamar is overrated? Because Lamar has been slumping. And I gotta go back. One last thing, I gotta go back and say, my Ravens, I shouldn't have put him in the top 5. Y'all were right.
He's injured.
He's injured, and he shouldn't be playing if he's injured. Just let Tyrod Taylor, or not Tyrod Taylor, but Tyrod Huntley, the backup play. If you're not healthy, man, just sit out and get healthy so you can play. Same for Jaden Daniels. Jaden, just save it for Christmas, man. That's the only game you need to play.
I know,
for the rest of the season. Just save it for Christmas. That's the only game you need to play.
But, bro, honestly, at this point right now, it's not just Drake May. It's the New England Patriots. Like, their offense is running on all cylinders. Their defense is running all cylinders. I mean, they were smacking heads out there, yo. Like, they laid Jackson Dart out.
They took the end off somebody's helmet, dog.
Bruh.
Knocked the end off his helmet.
Off the YN.
Dog, they took the end off the NY, dog. Off the YN.
So, right now, I mean, we'll see when we do our playoff bracket breakdown next week for the AFC, but they may be looking like the number 1 seed moving forward here. But let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right hand corner and like on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Now, this next segment here, it might be a little controversial, Wiggs, to a certain nation of fans. But I mean, when you're in a relationship with somebody for a long period of time and it's not producing any fruit, sometimes you need to ask if it's still worth it. And right now, Wiggs, the Steelers are just in a limbo right now, it seems like. It's like they're winning, but they're losing. And so they're losing at winning and winning at losing. I don't know what it is out there. You know what I'm saying?
Ahead, preach. Go ahead.
I don't know what it is out there, Wiggs. But Mike Tomlin is, the third coach in Steelers history in the last, 50, 60 some odd years. They're known for longevity out there with their coaches. But is it time to move on from Mike Tomlin, Wiggs? Is it still worth keeping him?
I mean, I think Pittsburgh can do whatever they want to do. They're a good organization. Mike Tomlin is a good enough coach. Is it time to move on? I'm gonna say no, because I think Mike Tomlin deserves the right to say when he wants to move on. He's earned that right. He's a champion. So I think Mike Tomlin has earned the right to say when he wants to leave. And if he thinks he wants another year, because I don't think Aaron Rodgers has been the solution to the problem. They've had a quarterback problem for years, and maybe you can blame that on Mike Tomlin. And maybe that is where I will blame Mike Tomlin for not drafting Shedeur. I mean, we'll see if Shedeur is going to be the answer or not for his team. But you had 5 rounds to draft him and you didn't. I don't like that. That's one thing I would have liked to see the Steelers do. Or keep Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, because Aaron Rodgers is not doing anything better.
Yeah, he's not really doing anything different.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to, if they did something better with the quarterback position, that's, I guess, what I would say.
Okay. So here's the thing with Mike Tomlin. For those who don't know, Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season since he's been the coach. And just to give you a rundown here, in 2015, let's see. Let's start with 2016. They went 11-5. Then 2017, they went 13-3. 2018, 9-6-1. 2019, they went 8-8. 2020, 12-4. 2021, 9-7-1. 2022, 9-8. 2023, 10-7. 2024, 10-7. And right now they're at 6-6. So, I mean, odds are they're probably still going to finish with a winning record, 9-8.
Yeah,
that's or better. That's his MO. So obviously the Steelers are a winning organization, so they're used to winning. But if you were to ask a losing organization if they would be perennial 500 or better, for 10 straight years, I mean, they'll pretty. we would take that deal as Skins fans, but facts. But to Steelers Nation, this is mediocrity. And
they've been wanting to get rid of him since I lived in Pennsylvania.
For years
2015, dog. They've been wanting to get rid of Mike Tomlin since 2015. I can say that for a fact.
So, but here's the reason why some of these fans may be right though, Wiggs. So the Steelers in the last 10 years, they're 3-7 as far as their playoffs. They're 3-7. And their last playoff win, playoff loss rather, came in 2022 when they lost to the Ravens. And then they lost in the playoffs to they beat the Dolphins. So their last playoff win was almost 10 years ago in 2017. Almost 10 years ago. So I don't know, man. They haven't drafted particularly well. In certain positions, you know what I'm saying, i.e. quarterback, they traded away George Pickens, who's arguably the best wide receiver in the league this year. They drafted away Mika Fitzpatrick and brought in Jalen Ramsey, who's in the twilight of his career. And they shelled out over $160 some odd million on this defense, and they're 6-6.
Yeah. And then you look at what Dallas is doing with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, and you just think, maybe DK Metcalf would have worked out a little bit better if he had George Pickens on the other side.
Agreed.
And maybe Aaron Rodgers would look a little bit better if he had George Pickens on the other side. So that's where, sometimes organizations get ahead of themselves. Sometimes they get a little too fancy. Sometimes they don't make all the right moves. And, it's like the Cowboys. Maybe if the Cowboys keep Micah Parsons, they didn't have to get rid of him. They could have still made, a lot of the moves that they made down the season. They could have just added the defensive tackle, kept Micah Parsons, and they could be 9 wins right now. Yeah. So, same thing for the Steelers. Like you said, they didn't do well with quarterback in the draft. They basically sat pat and just drafted who they did. So they've got good players on defense. They've got good players on offense. It's just not all coming together. And it really, to me, I would say it's a quarterback position. On defense, they did let go of Minka Fitzpatrick. And that's kind of just like the George Pickens thing. Why are we letting go of good talent? These are young guys. They're good players. It never makes sense to let go of good talent that's young. So do you get rid of Tomlin? I say no. What do you say, Cole? Are you getting rid of Tomlin?
I would say no. I mean, who are you really going to replace Mike Tomlin with in Pittsburgh? Because it's kind of like the Pope, man. Like once you've been anointed, you're going to be there for a while. You know, I mean, who else is really going to bring back that Steeler, identity? Now, that's one thing I will say Mike Tomlin has veered off of is the Steeler identity, which is running the ball and having a stout defense. I mean,
their run game has been
has been trash ever since Le'Veon Bell left. If you ask me, I mean, I really can't think of anybody outside of that after him that really was a third. Really like Najee Harris. Every down back.
Fans like Najee Harris better than what they have now, but I don't think they've utilized what they have now well enough. I just don't think a lot of teams have run the ball well enough. That was, matter of fact, Code, that was one of the things I wanted to say in What the Helly. The Bills ran the ball 32 times. I think I sent you a Instagram post showing how the Bills ran the same play like 20 times in one game in a couple of different formations. But teams are not running the ball enough. And the Steelers are definitely one of those teams, like you said, they're getting away from what they want to do. And it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I mean, I could see Tomlin changing scenery. I could see Tomlin saying, he wants to. It would have to be a team with a New Orleans. He could go to the Saints, get a quarterback.
You think he would take a restart like that? Or he go somewhere that maybe is just like a missing piece away or contingent team? You think he would go to New Orleans?
I don't see this being the year. Matter of fact, when you say it like that, Cole, I don't see this being the year because we don't have any college quarterbacks that are going crazy that we're like, okay, yeah, if they come out in the draft, like, when Jaden Daniels is in the draft, or when Caleb Williams is in the draft, like Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson knew he wanted to either coach Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams. And Ben Johnson said, the Commanders are basketball guys. Hey, Ben Johnson is looking good right now, man. I can't lie. Not with his shirt off. Not with his shirt off, Cole. He went to a better roster, but Ben Johnson had his shirt off. So, yeah, man. I don't know. Ben Johnson is looking good. The Steelers are not. So if Mike Tomlin can get a good quarterback in the draft, that might be 2 years from now. Then I could see him moving. But this year, yeah, I don't see it happening.
I mean, I think the Steelers are who they are because of their approach, and that is just being patient. So I don't think he's going anywhere. I mean, it's speculation because people want to see him out. Those people are just trollers and haters. But the real Steeler fans, I mean, I think they understand the process. I mean, they waited almost 20 years with the Jaw Tom and Bill Cowher, and he ended up delivering. So let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right hand corner. I know, right? That was a major talk. Yeah, this dude was called the Jaw. Nah, I'm good, bruh. We're gonna have to change that nickname.
And he delivered the Jaw.
Chill. And he delivered the Jaw. But click on the bottom right hand corner and like on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and tell a friend now. We're going back to school, y'all. We got another segment of Did You Know? We're going to do a little more sports history here. The next chapter of Did You Know? We're going to be talking about Roger Staubach and how he blessed football with the Hail Mary pass. And for those who don't understand, what the Hail Mary pass is, it's for lack of better terms, it's
we know what that is, Code.
You're letting Jesus take the wheel, Wiggs. You know what I'm saying? You're throwing up a prayer. The Hail Mary pass is basically a last effort play to either try to win the game at the last minute or score a point or what have you. But a lot of people don't understand how the phrase was coined. So to give you an idea of what happened here, the term was coined by Roger Staubach, who was the quarterback of the first installment of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys in the 70s. What happened was it was a 50-yard game-winning pass, okay, to Drew Pearson, who's also a Hall of Famer wide receiver for the Cowboys. In the final seconds in December 28th of 1975. So Wiggs, we're coming up on an anniversary here. This happened in December on December 28th. So it was a divisional playoff game. All right. So this is what makes it even better. It was a divisional playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings. And Staubach said that he closed his eyes and said the Hail Mary, for those who are Catholic who understand what that is, said the Hail Mary in last desperations as he threw a 50-yard bomb to Pearson. Pearson caught the ball in the last seconds of the game and stumbled back into the end zone, and the Cowboys ended up winning 17-14. Now, it was 32 seconds left on the game. They were trailing 14-10. I mean, Wiggs, this ended up winning the game, and the Cowboys advanced to the NFC Championship. And from that point on, the Hail Mary was born.
Did you know that, Wiggs? Tough. I definitely have heard the story before. I mean, I'm a sports connoisseur. Like, you know, I love sports, so I've definitely heard the story before. I didn't know the one from last week, so this one I did know. And like I said, we know about the Hail Mary, man. To be able to experience that with Jaden Daniels last year, it was a very special moment. To hear him say he closed his eyes and said the Hail Mary is funny as hell. Like, that's a great way to put it, because it is kind of just, I just got to throw it up there and give my guy a chance. To hear that Dallas was playing Minnesota and that was a divisional game, that's also interesting, because it's funny to think about how Dallas is in the NFC East and they're in Texas. Like, make it make sense. So, you know, it's just funny to hear how things change in the league as well. But shout out to Roger Staubach. This was a divisional
playoff game. So this was like the game before the NFC Championship.
Okay. Yeah. I was about to say, damn, okay, I didn't even know that. That part
to your point, the divisions were like jacked up back in the day. Like the Arizona Cardinals were in our division. We were called the NFC Central at the time.
Yeah, very different.
But yeah, I mean, that was a pretty decent history fact, man, which was pretty cool. It's just like, when we watch the game and like people will say certain phrases or certain plays happen, people they just think it's just some random play that people just made up. Like, nah, there's some history to it. Like, some things happened that sparked, a copycat league. I mean, the first team that instituted the forward pass, everybody was looking at them like they were some Bammers. Now they don't stop passing. Everybody running.
Mm-hmm. But the tush push right now.
Hey, speaking of push, we got a playoff push here. We got the last few weeks here, Wiggs. We got the last few laps of the season, and then, it's basically creating some playoff seeding here. So what the Brodies are going to do in typical Brody fashion, we're going to do a mock playoff bracket here, and we're going to pretty much narrow down who we think, which teams are going to be in which certain seedings going into the playoffs. So how you want to do this, Wiggs? You want to start from 1 down or go from 7 and up?
Let's go 7 up, dog.
All right. Throwback soda. I don't even think they make that no more. So
did you play 7 Up in school, Cole? Hold up. Did y'all play that in class?
Throwback, throwback.
Hold up, dog. That was my game, dog. You had to put your head down.
Hey, I was the 7 Up GOAT.
Hey, chill. I don't know why that sound crazy. Throw goat or something. I don't know.
Not
the 7 Up. Throw good.
7 Up GOAT. Hey, yo. So at number 7, Wiggs, we got the San Francisco 49ers. Now, right now they got 9 wins. They're 9-4, but it's a stacked NFC West. I don't see them beating the other two teams in that division who we have ranked a little higher. So, and their quarterback play is a little wishy-washy. I don't know if Purdy's going to be ready to really go through this final stretch of the season. Give me the San Francisco 49ers taking the 7th wild card seed for the NFC playoffs. What do you think, Wicks?
Yeah, they just make it in. Like you said, they have 9 wins already. Mac Jones actually did a great job filling in for Brock Purdy. He kept them in a good position. And the 49ers with Brock Purdy, like you said, he's not looking great when since he's come back. But they play the Titans next. The Titans have 1 win. They're gonna get a win next week. That's 10 wins. They play the Colts next. They could lose that. Let's say they play the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks. Let's say they win 1 more. They get to 11 wins already. It's just going to be tough for any other team that's at 6 wins, 7 wins, like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are at 6 wins. They got to win out to get to 11 wins. So the Niners, in my opinion, they win 2 out of these last 4 games, and they make it into the 7th seed. I don't think they do anything in the playoffs, though.
No, me neither. These are just spot fillers right now. Like the next seed here, we got the Chicago Bears at number 6. Sorry, Tony B. We're giving you some credit. We got them making the playoffs, but I don't know if they're going to make much of a run after that. But I mean, we'll see. But you got to get in the dance first. So right now, Chicago, I think they have the ability to win enough games to make the playoffs. Right now, they're ranked number 1. With 9 wins, but they got a pretty tough schedule. So I don't know if they will be able to get more than, another 2 or 3 wins outside of that. But number 6 seed sounds pretty solid. What do you think, Wicks?
Let's go through the schedule real quick. Bears play the Packers next, and then the Browns. That's a W. And then the Packers again, let's say they split. That's 2. The 49ers after that, let's say the 49ers win that game, they lose that, and then they play the Lions. Let's say they lose that. They win another 2. They end up with 11 wins. Again, it's just going to be tough to beat it, to get in the playoffs for these other teams that are behind them to get past 11 wins. So again, they get into the playoffs. Do you trust Caleb Williams in the playoffs? I don't know if I trust Caleb, but I'm starting to trust Ben Johnson. I'm starting to believe in Ben Johnson, man. I liked what he did in Detroit last year. I like the way that he coaches. I'm going to be honest. I like
he's doing a good job.
His approach to the game. I like his seriousness. It's not enough coaches take the game serious. He's on Caleb's ass. He's on Caleb. We got to get better. He said we are winning in spite of the passing game. That's what he said about the last week. They won 5 games in a row. They have 9-10 wins. This is a really good team, and he's still nah, we're not good enough. I love those types of coaches.
Yeah.
Because there's always room for improvement. They win 2 more games. They get 11 wins. They make it into the playoff.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's holding him accountable, and the resiliency, man. I mean, like I said, all of their wins so far have been close, and they've all been, on comebacks. So they're the cardiac Bears right now. So I definitely agree with that. Now for number 5, who you got coming in number 5, sir?
Let's go with the Seahawks, man. This is where I like this coach as well, Mike Macdonald. I like the defense and I like the offense because Sam Darnold maybe was who the Vikings needed in Minnesota. And Sam Darnold came to Seattle, and he's doing what Geno Smith couldn't do in Seattle. Because Seattle has a good defense, they have a good coach, and sometimes you just need a quarterback. Now, again, he's coming in at number 5 because when he gets to the playoffs, what is he going to do?
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest. That's going to be the biggest question there, Wicks. That's a great point.
Yeah.
If
he's going to be the away team. That's going to play an impact because when they're the home team, that plays a difference. But I don't see them being the number 1 seed. I don't see them being the division winner. So that's going to play a big part in that first playoff game.
Yeah, I agree. It's all going to fall down to Sam Darnold in the playoffs. Their defense may be able to leverage, but he had a good defense last year. So it's not like he didn't have that last year.
3 picks.
Exactly. So it's all going to fall down to his quarterback play. And just like the 4th seed, I think it's all going to come back to quarterback play between Baker Mayfield and Bryce Young, because those are the two teams that are going to duke it out for the NFC South. But I think Baker Mayfield is going to turn the heat up. So I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win the division and get the 4th seed. What do you think, Wicks?
Hey, I'm glad you're a believer, Cole. You said you were a believer in Baker. You never doubted Baker. He had a little bit of an injury last week. I had to put him on the bench for Jordan Love. Shout out to Jordan Love. You got my fantasy team the win this week.
So taking him off the fantasy to make sure you ain't have no options.
Hey, you gotta think like that, Cole. I like the way you think, though. I like the way you think. That's why you're a champion now, Cole. But yeah, Baker Mayfield is just a leader, man. He's a leader, man. The Bucs believe they need Mike Evans back. Like, that would be great.
Yeah,
they can have him. I don't see that happening. Maybe in the playoffs, but again, I think that's just not going to happen this year. And because of that, they just don't have enough weapons to beat some of these better teams when you're the 4th seed in the playoffs. Because the next game after that first game, you're going to be away, and that's when they're going to lose.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to win the division. They may luck up and get like they
may win that first playoff game because they're not playing the Commanders.
Right.
Last year they played the Commanders and got bounced.
They don't want that 5 smoke.
They don't want that.
They got the division. This will be their 5th division win in a row. So shout out to Todd Bowles. But yeah, I definitely agree. I think they can get at least one playoff win if healthy. Bucky Irvin is back, so that's going to make a big difference as well.
Mm-hmm.
Now
let me ask you one question, because we got to shout out to Hunter G, a big supporter.
Shout
J,
out to Hunter G.
Carolina Panthers. They're the other team in this NFC South division. The Carolina Panthers are a surprise. We didn't talk about them earlier. Let's talk about them now. What do you think of the Carolina Panthers at 7-6? Do they have a chance? I mean, the Bucs are only 7-5. So, do the Panthers have a chance?
So I'm looking at their schedule because they don't necessarily have a losing record either. They're like 7-5 or 7-6, something like that. Let me see.
Do you believe in Bryce Young?
Not really, but I mean, I'm trying to find their schedule. Are they on a bye next week?
They might be on a bye. I'm looking at it right now. So they played the 14th. So they're on a bye next week. And then they play the Saints. Saints. Okay, that's a W.
Yep,
so they're going to be 8-6. And then they play the Bucs twice in the next 3 weeks. And the Seahawks. And the Seahawks in between that.
That's 3 losses. It's over. So
even if they let's say they win 2, that only gets them to 9 wins. Everybody else in the division has 11 in the playoffs. Even if they only get to 10,
they got to sweep the Bucs.
And they wouldn't be getting. They're not getting to 10 wins, in my opinion.
No.
So
9-8 at best. Yeah, they'll just miss the playoffs, but I mean that's promising considering where they were last year. So,
now, if they can beat the Bucs twice, they're in. Because they get into the in the division like that. So if you can beat the Bucs twice, that's basically what it comes down to.
But it's going to fall down to those 2 games, like you said. Now, for number 3, we got a de facto division winner. Unfortunately, 5 ain't 5 right now. The defense ain't defensive right now. Jackson Dart ain't hitting the bullseye, and then the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they're trying. They're trying.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah, but give me the Eagles at number 3. They're going to win the division, and as long as the tush push is still allowed, they can win another 3 games. So, what do you think about that, Wiggs?
I mean, they just have talent. And shout out to you, Co. You let go of Jaden Daniels. I had to pick him up.
Thanks for letting go of AJ Brown.
I had to let go of AJ Brown, and You picked him up, and he's just been showing off ever since. But here's the thing: when AJ Brown is getting 12 targets, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, but they lose.
Yep.
Is it worth it?
That's a good point. Now, Saquon Barkley isn't himself right now, so I don't know if he's injured or maybe he's hitting that decline in
because he was injured a lot in New York.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but they keep getting by. So I'll take ugly wins over a pretty loss any day. But to your point, if they have to rely on the arm of Jalen, they might be in some trouble. But
New Year's gonna go there. Good. It's gonna go there. Hold up.
I'm just saying, man.
Let's stay there. Let's stay there, cuz. Jalen or Dak Prescott?
Right now, I'll still take Jalen because he's the winner.
Because he's coming off the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he's still winning. Like his team still have the better record. These are ugly wins. At the
Eagles schedule.
These are ugly wins, but I'll take an ugly win over a pretty loss any day. The Cowboys are losing pretty. Let's see what the schedule is. See.
So the Eagles play the Chargers next, and then the Raiders. That's 2 W's.
That's 2 W's.
And then they play the Commanders twice in the next 3 weeks. That's
another W.
And that's another W and another W. And then they play the Bills in between the Commanders. So
they might.
Yeah, the Eagles are absolutely. Don't matter. The Eagles are absolutely making the playoffs just based off the schedule. 2 W's versus the Commanders, easily. Raiders, easy. Let's say they lose to the Chargers and the Bills. They still have 3 wins. That's 11. The Cowboys are not getting to 11 wins.
Exactly.
From 6. So yeah, I'm sorry, Cowboys. It ain't happening.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, we said it at the game when we were live on location. And some of the fans said that they took the over on 11 wins. So that's where we are with it. But to show the NFC North some more love, there's a quarterback that's showing all the love right now. That's the Green Bay Packers. We got them winning the division. So keep in mind, Brodies, the top 4 seeds here are the division winners. So we got the Bucks winning the South. Okay, we got the Eagles winning the East, and we got the Packers winning the North. What do you think, Wicks?
I mean, hey, it just kind of is what it is. I'm gonna have to face the reality that the Lions. This is what this means. If the Packers win the division and the Bears are the 6th seed, it means the Lions didn't make the playoffs.
It's unfortunate.
And that's just tough because that means the Commanders and the Lions, 2 teams that played a phenomenal playoff game last year, 2 teams I would have bet the house on. I would have lost my mortgage because I would have bet the house that the Commanders and the Lions were both going to be in the playoffs the next year. And to see both those teams not make it is just incredible. Yeah. And then the Packers, Jordan Love, I think, signed a new contract last year. Going into this year,
one of the 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got him locked up.
And he's proven that he's worth it. They got rid of Aaron Rodgers, and it was the right time. The Packers made the right decision. And he's coming off 4 touchdowns last week. I think they have Christian Watson back. They've needed the skilled players back. Josh Jacobs is back at running back. And when you have all your players, again, it's just like us with Terry McLaurin. Even Mariota looks better when Terry McLaurin is out there. Who would have figured? You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the Packers. If the players are healthy and he has the skilled players out there, I like Jordan Love. Let me look at this schedule. Let's see, because I think again it's going to come down to the divisional games. They play the Bears twice in the next 3 weeks.
Yep, they got the Bears,
and then the Packers. And then the Broncos, and then the Bears again, and then the Ravens, and then the Vikings. So they can beat the Ravens. They can beat the Vikings.
4. I'm saying 4 wins.
4. Even if we give them 3. That's still 11 wins.
I'll give you 3 to 4.
Yeah, even if we give them 3, that's 11. If they get 4, that's 12. That's guaranteeing the division. And I do think they're better than the Bears. So, I mean, that's what it's really going to come down to. I think they're better than the Bears. And, hey, we'll see if Caleb and Ben Johnson can do what they need to do.
Honestly, I think it's going to fall down to defensive play. I trust the Packers defense more than the Bears.
Micah.
Yeah.
Micah makes the plays at the end of the game, man.
Yeah, and I think their schedule is just slightly more favorable. But again, it falls down to the division games. We could be wrong again. I mean, if they split or sweep, they should be good. But if the Bears split or sweep, we could be talking about the Bears being number 2 seed, which is very still doable here. But to round things off here, Brodies, we got the coldest white man in the business right now. That's Matt Stafford and the Rams, baby. We got them as the number 1 seed. I don't care what no one says. That was a trap game against the daggone Panthers. I chalk that up as a trap game. It is what it is. Because Matt Stafford still threw for like 3 some odd touchdown passes, in that game. So it wasn't like they didn't play, bad. Their defense just didn't show up. It is what it is. Any given Sunday, but
I'm not going to blame that on the defense when Matt Stafford had 3 turnovers, 2 picks, and a fumble. So, the defense is going to do what they're going to do. But when Matthew Stafford has the ball with 3 minutes to go and he fumbles, I'm going to say this game is on Matthew Stafford because...
That's fair.
What were the weeks before this, Co? I think he had like 20 plus touchdowns and only four turnovers. In like the span of 6 or 7 weeks.
He was due for a bad game.
Exactly. We're used to these types of games from Matthew Stafford. So this isn't a surprise. This was his game. Like you said, this was the trap game. This was the game he was looking past. And the Panthers have really good defensive backs. So shout out to them for making the plays. Shout out to Bryce Young for doing enough. Shout out to the running backs, Sheba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick up Chuba. Hey, I need that handicap running back, man. I need that flex position. We'll see which one of them is getting the ball more. That's who's gonna get the start. Because I might have sealed up that fantasy position. We'll talk about that a little bit after this playoff push, because we got a little bit of time left on the clock, so we could talk about fantasy for a little bit. But the Rams, though. Yeah, Matthew Stafford is going to get back to normal. They still have all their skill position players. So the Rams at number 1, I really like that.
Yeah, their next game is against the Cardinals, so that's a W. Yeah. Let's see. Then they got I know they don't have a late bye. Then they got the Lions. I think that might be a win. Because they got more firepower.
The Lions are looking.
Amon-Ra's going to be out the next 2 weeks with an injury. Then they got the Seahawks. That's going to be the division winner right there. Yeah, they'll beat them, and that's going to win the division. And then they wrap it up with
Falcons and Cardinals. Easy.
That's 2 more wins right there. So there you go. Yeah. That's pretty much the playoff brackets right there, Brodies. Let us know what you think. Click on the bottom right hand corner and like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. But yeah, we don't have it on the banners though. We got some time to talk some fantasy wigs. We're in week 14, so this is the last week of fantasy. So I tried to hold on, but a fluke loss here and there. But it's all good. Wiggs is going to finish with the number 1 seed in the first round bye. Now, this week for me is critical. I have to win to stay at number 2 because Femi has the same record as me. So. I had the tiebreaker.
Who are you playing this week?
I got Grady in the Fry Guy Bowl Part 2, so that's a W. I'm about to fight. I'm whopping the floor because I got my starters.
Grady needs this win to make it into the playoffs. If Grady loses, he's out of the playoffs. So not only can you win and get the bye, you can also kick Grady out of the playoffs, which is just a double win. That's a double win.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you. We're focused. We've been doing lots of film study. We've been hitting the weight room. Okay, we getting to practice an hour early and leaving an hour late.
And the AJ Brown signing was good. That was good for the team. Though.
I needed that because
my
wide receiver 2 position was flimsy.
You needed that position. Facts.
Yeah, I mean, my flex position right now is still, by committee. But I mean, AJ Brown, man, like I said, I don't care what the Eagles do win-wise, but just keep feeding AJ Brown the ball for these next 3 weeks. That's all I care about.
He's good, Cole. Like, let's just be honest. AJ Brown is a really good receiver. He's big. He's fast. He can run the routes. He can make the tough passes in traffic. Like, he's really good. I actually let go of Zay Flowers as well. Like, I let go of AJ Brown. I let go of Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers had minus 0.4 points this last week.
Baltimore.
So again, I don't know if it's just Lamar being injured or what, but after that type of performance, can't have it. We can't play with him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't have it. You can't be on my team with a minus. Get the A. I sent them packing. I didn't even pick anybody up. I just said, get the hell off my team, dog. Your slip don't work no more, dog.
His card swipe didn't work.
Yeah, hey, the slip don't work no more. Get the hell out of the building. You're not on the flight back home. So Zay Flowers had to go. Who else? DK Metcalf. He's close, dog.
Yeah,
I feel like he might be like AJ Brown, though. That's why I've been holding on. So I made the wrong choice there. I picked DK over AJ Brown. I should have let DK go 2 weeks ago, because whoever would have picked him up probably would have lost some games, because DK has not been it, man. And Aaron Rodgers has not been it. So that's been tough, but it doesn't even matter because I got the number 1 seed. That was a really good win this week. Who played well for me? Again, Jordan Love coming off the bench.
Jordan Love having a great game.
That won me the game, because Baker Mayfield coming off that injury didn't do enough. I would have lost had I played Baker Mayfield. So Jordan Love, that was a good signing. My running backs have just been really good. James Cook had a really good game this week with what's my guy? Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Jahmyr Gibbs
only got a good game, yep.
He's still got 10 points, but hey, coming off 49, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, hey, you just had 49 points the week before. We can get more than 10, but I'll take 10. Anytime any of my starters can get 10 points, I'm happy with that. So yeah, I basically have the next 2 weeks off, and then it'll be week 16, week 17.
So
that's when
my theory is this: I can get the 2nd seed and just wash and repeat from last year. Get that 2nd seed and avoid you at all costs. And just
into the chip.
Just stay away from the Miami Knights. We don't want no parts of them into the championship. We don't want to play them in the divisional round. We don't want to play them in the championship round. We don't want no parts of them. We just want them to beat themselves up, run themselves tired. So by the time they get to the championship, they're tired. They can't defend themselves. They can't lift a finger, and it's just an easy win.
You and Steve, man. You and Steve, the only ones I'm worried about, because y'all are the top 2 in points. You're leading the league in points right now. And that's what we record for regular season. Points leader and wins leader. So right now, I'm wins leader, you're points leader. That says everything you need to know about the Brodies. The number 1 in points and number 1 in wins. We got the best analysis in the building. And it shows the numbers don't lie, Co. So
I think we have like a third of our top 50 on both of our teams. I got AJ Brown, I got Jonathan Taylor, I got Puka Nacua.
Team loaded.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's everyone's 0-0, but if everything goes according to plan, Wiggs, we'll be hosting another title.
One of us will be. One of the Brodies.
It's got to be one of us. It has to be one. It has to be. We need Brody Bowl 3. That's gonna be it. Yeah. And I'm telling you, if I get this 2nd win over you, I might retire. It just calls it.
Hey, I feel that, dog.
Hell, just never play fantasy again. No, I'm retiring after I get more rings than Grady. I have to get more ring. One more ring than Grady, and then I'm good.
Nah, you got to get a couple more because Steve, like you said, I think Steve has 3 or 4.
No, Steve got like 5 or 6, man. He's got a few. I don't know if I'll be able to catch Mac, but if I can just get one more than Grady, I'm good.
He said I might have to retire on top, dog.
You know, hey yo. But let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. We got a lot of plans in motion coming in. Like, definitely appreciate all the love on our poetry and motion segments and everything else we're doing on our platforms. But until then, it's the Lord Head Cold Waters, the guy Jay Wicks. We'll see you next week for Blackjack episode 21, baby. We'll see y'all next week, y'all. Peace.